A quiet Sunday morning. A remote home near Aztec, New Mexico. Two brothers, Tyler and Eli Chaffin, are watching gun videos online and playing games. A young woman is with them. She turns and asks a question that sounds like a joke. "Would you kill for me?" Then her phone buzzes. In that moment, something snaps. She stands up, looks at the brothers, and tells them they're going for a ride. And to bring guns. Hours later, Tiffany Chaffin would sit in a police station, listening in horror as a detective laid out the unthinkable. Her sons were accused of murder. They insisted they were only protecting each other, but over the next 24 hours, Tiffany would face the worst day of her life. Slowly piecing together the horrifying truth about the boys she raised. Was this a tragic case of self-defense? Or had she raised two killers? At approximately noon on July 24, 2022, residents of a trailer park on County Road 3400 heard four gunshots. When they rushed to their windows, they saw a man lying motionless in a grassy field and a white SUV speeding away. The victim was 37-year-old William Johnson, a father known to friends as Bubba. 911 calls flooded in, describing the vehicle and the two armed men. A neighbor's security camera captured the SUV, giving detectives their first major lead. The investigation moved fast. The vehicle was traced back to the Chaffin family by 9 p.m. that same evening. Deputies located the SUV in Farmington. Tyler, 23, and Eli, 19, were arrested without a single shot fired. But a third suspect was already in the detectives' sights, 23-year-old Sierra Collins, William Johnson's ex-girlfriend. She was the woman who was with the brothers that morning. Sheriff's investigators described Sierra as the catalyst. They believed she had recruited the brothers to essentially defend her honor after a bitter breakup with Johnson. Text messages would later reveal a week of threats, including one where Sierra told William to meet her to get shot in the face. But did she manipulate two young men into murder? Or was she just a scared ex-girlfriend caught in a nightmare of her own making? At the police station, the brothers were separated. Eli, the younger brother, made a surprising request. He wanted his mother, Tiffany, present for questioning. For a 19-year-old legally facing murder charges, it was an unusual move. Eli stuck to a story. They had just gone with Sierra to check on her car, which was supposedly at Johnson's house. He claimed he stayed in the vehicle, heard a gunshot, saw Johnson reaching for a firearm, and only then fired to protect his brother. But his older brother, Tyler, was telling a different story. A felon who was prohibited from possessing firearms. Tyler was facing the most serious charges. He painted a picture of being set up by Sierra. He admitted to a fight with Johnson but claimed Eli shot Johnson when he thought his brother's life was in danger. The detectives were faced with conflicting stories. Was it a premeditated act driven by Sierra, or a chaotic fight that escalated to lethal force? One thing was clear from Tiffany's reaction. She believed her sons were pawns. In court, she would later tell the judge her boys have a lot to offer and that wasting away in prison wouldn't benefit anyone. For 2 years, the case wound through the courts. Then, in July 2024, a resolution came not from a trial, but from a plea deal that left one family furious. Eli Chaffin pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter. Tyler Chaffin pleaded no contest to second-degree murder and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Eli was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Tyler received 15 years. The Johnson family accused the district attorney's office of injustice, even suggesting foul play. The judge firmly shut down these claims, stating any insinuation the deal was corrupt was uncalled for. But a final, tragic twist was still to come. Sierra Collins, awaiting her own trial for first-degree murder and conspiracy, never faced a jury. In September 2024, while in the San Juan County Detention Center, she suffered a serious medical problem that resulted in limited brain function. She was rushed to the hospital, but the jail was unable to properly provide the necessary care to maintain her life. She died shortly after. The charges against her were dismissed, leaving countless questions about her true role forever unanswered. To families shattered. Mother who believed her sons were protectors, not predators. Another mother grieving a son lost to violence. A woman at the center of it all, who took the full truth of her intentions to her grave. The Chaffin brothers are now in prison, their youth defined by one violent act. Was it the tragic outcome of a manipulated defense, or the cold execution of a plan? The plea deal closed the case, but in the dusty silence of San Juan County, the echoes of those four gunshots and the questions they spawned still remain. In memory of William Johnson, 1985 to 2022.